Welcome back to another True Crime Saturday. Thank you for everyone that has been incredibly understanding with the short little hiatus. We've had to go and postpone a few shows due to technical issues. I recently had my wisdom teeth pulled, so I had to go and postpone that show as well. I was just very, very sore still. I didn't really want to go and continue the show on that night. But those technical difficulties, another thing did come up. I'm going to still be running the show as best I can. If it does cut out, chances are my computer's out now, so this is lovely. But, hey, how's it going, Greg? So tonight we're going to be discussing the Mr. Cruel case. For those that are not familiar, this is a bit of a disturbing case. I do want to go and put up a bit of a warning here. This case is a little bit graphic, and on top of that, this did happen to some very young females, and possibly some older women. It just depends on how you look at the case. It's been kind of hard to go and connect the adult females to this, but there is some suggestion that it is possible, at least. There's a few different parts of the timeline that make sense, the description that makes sense, even the attack, like the whole methodology of the entire case. Hey, how's it going, Rick? So this case, I just want to give you guys that warning for those that are younger than 18, especially. This is when you guys are going to probably want to go and turn the show off. But for those that are of 18 or older, this is one of those shows that definitely, like I said, I wanted to go and get that discretion. So, let's get right into it. So, Mr. Cruel, we've got one board we're going to be looking at tonight. Most of the evidence and everything is right there. That's the really annoying part about this case, is there's a lot that we have to break down because the evidence itself isn't really, it's not. We have information. We've got, for instance, sounds, music, shows that the victims had possibly heard certain times and things like this. It was all tracked down by the police over in Australia. But yes, I should probably mention that too. This case took place in Australia. So for those that are from Australia, this is going to be one of those ones just like we had done before with another case. I think it was the Somerton children we had done. This is a little bit different. This is over in I believe it's the Victoria area. So, as you can see on the board, I did get this a bit triangulated based on what where the victims were located. So this is also, what's interesting about this is this also ties in with what the police had found too. Like I said, if you were to go and delve into this case a little bit further, you might find things that do kind of line up that, okay, well, these attacks were also committed in this area here. You look at the description of the assailants, it doesn't match perfectly, but once again, youthful, like very, very young female, like preteen, versus an older woman. Body types they might appear a little differently. Like a teenager might seem, like the description might be, okay, well, this guy is like really muscular, while the older females might be like, oh, he's a bit thinner. So descriptions they're not going to be 100% solid on this, unfortunately, when it comes to trying to go and tie the two. We do know for a fact these four are the exact same assailant. So, I just want to start off with the timeline. We're just going to go from there. Like I said, we're going to have some discussion. Hopefully, some people have got questions and things like that. We'll be able to go and answer. Other than that, like I said, it's this one board, and I'm going to give it the best I can with this. I do have a TikTok video. If I wasn't having so many technical issues right now, I'd be just showing the TikTok, discussing it from there and all that. But I couldn't tonight because of, like I said, technical issues. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be. Like I said, I'm having issues with my computer. Sorry about that, Deb. My computer's hard drive is apparently needs to. I need to go and get a new hard drive. Apparently, there's some damage done to it. I don't know how. I'm assuming because the fan. I have an all-in-one computer, so it's been just one headache after the next. So, like I said, if this one is really bad, the audio is really, really bad, I can always do a show later on and just kind of just cover the same exact material. So, let's just start with the timeline. So on Saturday, August 22nd, 1987, suspects broke into the Lower Plenty residence. We have no idea who this victim is. There is no picture, no name, nothing. We just know it's in the Lower Plenty area. But the family was confined and bound. And then, of course, you're going to start to see things that are kind of connecting here. The suspect then sexually assaulted the young female member of the family. She's said to be about 11 years old when this occurred. And then after that, he had stolen some of the family's belongings. There was a record collection. It was a Philharmonic orchestra, like I think it was called the Golden Times or something like this. Like I said, if I wasn't having so many technical difficulties, I'd be able to actually touch on some of the stuff a little bit with a little more of a description. But then about 6 o'clock in the morning, the suspect had fled the residence. And then the following year, on Tuesday, December 27th, 1988, at about 5:30 in the morning, suspect broke into the Wills family home, and within 7 minutes at 5:37 a.m., suspect had kidnapped Sharon Willis, taken a few of her belongings, mostly some clothes, just to really just focus in on that. He had gathered clothes for her, like panties and all this kind of stuff, had gathered all of it up. So that way she could basically get into a whole brand new outfit entirely. This right here, this was enough to really hold my attention here, because this really got me here. The guy he's pretty calculated. So we're looking at somebody that's at least pretty intelligent. And I'm saying this in a manner of, the guy is, obviously, he's getting rid of the clothes. He doesn't want to give much evidence at all, if any. And he's trying to go and cover every last one of his tracks. So, but he had kidnapped her and fled the residence. And then on Wednesday, December 28th, 1988, a little after midnight, the suspect left Wills at the Bayswater High School. Gave her directions to the nearby Food Plus store, a little grocery store, and then warned her to not look at him. So, there's that. The guy, he's obviously, he just wants, it almost seems like he just kind of wants to do the deed and move on without really any evidence there. This is what this is telling me here. He cares enough about human life at this point that he just does not want to end a life.